Hi, my name's Joseph from Mental Health Europe. So far on the Beyond the Label series, you've heard me discuss various topics related to mental health. For the second half of the series, I'm going to be bringing in some external experts to discuss their particular expertise related to mental health. Today, I'm talking to Johanna Kronstedt from Mieli, Finland.
Hi, my name is Johanna Kronstedt. I'm from Finland. I work at Mieli ry, and I work at a support chat. It's Finland's biggest support chat called Sekaisin Chat, and it is targeted for 12 to 29-year-olds, where you can talk about anything. Mostly we talk about mental health.
Sounds great. So diving straight in, when should a young person be concerned about their mental health? What signs might they be looking out for, or what might a friend or carer be looking for in terms of signs of someone might be struggling?
Yeah, great question. Well, for me, I would say when something changes, when the person is not as social as before, if the person is not interested in doing new things, learning new things, if they don't want to meet up with friends, or they don't want to talk in the same way with the parents, or with siblings, or with people that are close to their heart. Of course, when you're a young person, many things change naturally, so it can be quite hard to pinpoint when something is off. But I would say also, like, trust your gut. If you feel that something is off, there you never do any harm by asking, hi, are you okay? I just noticed that you seem a little bit off, or you seem a little bit different. I just want to take time out and see what's up with you.
And I think that leads perfectly into the next question. What can someone a young person that might be struggling, what can they do? Where can they go if they do feel they are struggling? Or what things might they be able to do to help themselves out?
Well, I would say, it's really important to talk when you're struggling. And with that said, I also know that it's really hard to talk when you're struggling. So I do understand where the friction there is. And often people say, talk with your parents, talk with your friends, talk with somebody that's close to you. And sometimes we have young people who don't feel like they have anybody who they trust, close to them, or they feel that they don't want to be a burden to the people that they love. And I would want to say, to those people who don't want to be a burden, that you're not. First of all, it's very important. People who love you want to support you. They want to be there for you. They want to help you. And in Finland, we have the saying that a shared burden is half the burden. So it's easier to carry when you're not alone. Talk to someone. If it's not your parents, everybody doesn't have a great relationship to their parents. If it's not your friends, because you maybe don't feel close to people that are the same age as you, then go to the closest place you can find. If it's somebody at school, if it's a teacher, if it's somebody at the gym that you have just gotten to know a little bit, if it's someone in your welfare area that offers some support for young people, whatever place is closest to you and easiest for you to approach, go there, start there.
Reach out to them and ask them if they're doing okay. Is there anything else that those people could do to help that person who might be struggling?
Well, I would say, for you to be a person that a young person wants to talk to, the work starts not when that young people is in distress or feeling bad. It starts way before that. You want to build the trust since forever. That's the best way to have a good working relationship, where you have proven you're trustworthy, you have proven that you care. I just wanna highlight one thing, and I think this is a misperception that many people have, that if you have a good relationship with young people, they will come to you when they are struggling. Yes, some will, and no, everybody will not. And for that reason, I find it really important for us to carry that responsibility, and to if we feel that something is off, really take the time out of our day to ask instead of waiting for that person to come to you. So set aside some time. Don't judge. Just let that person know, I'm here for you. I have time for you. You're important for me. I want to help you. And even if the person you're worried about doesn't talk the first time you do this, do it again. Just take the time out of your day to show this person that I'm here for you and I'm seriously here for you. That's the best advice I can give right now.
No, that sounds really good. And I think it's very important for people not to feel isolated and alone.
Yeah.
In those sort of times. Many people are sort of seeing and hearing about a lot more diagnoses, be it depression, anxiety, or oppositional defiance disorder. Are we overdiagnosing, or is there sort of less stigma around mental health?
Great question. Very intelligent, smart people have different opinions about this. I'm just going to tell you my personal opinion. I would say I'd rather have an overdiagnosis than underdiagnosis, because earlier we've had an underdiagnosis and that has led to a lot of things that are not good. I think we're in a shift, as you said, right now. I think maybe we have gone a little bit overboard with the diagnosing, but then again, it has brought with it a lot of good. Like, for example, you mentioned stigma. There is still stigma, absolutely. There is also less stigma than there was before, so that's a good thing. I think we are still trying to find this balance, and it shifts. It's different in different countries. It's different when you're in urban areas or in rural areas. It's different in different generations. So it's a hard question, but I would rather see that people take mental health seriously and mental health problems seriously than not serious enough, because that is what will help people who are feeling bad and who really need that help. At some point, we're going to probably shift a little bit back to not doing so much of the diagnosis, because it does have some negative impacts too. But right now, I feel that this is a positive direction where we are moving all in all.
And are there any final thoughts or pieces of advice that you might give the viewers, be it someone who is struggling or someone who knows someone who's struggling?
I think one big topic that we haven't discussed here is hope, and hope is very crucial when you are having mental health problems. And usually, like as you mentioned, if you're anxious or if you're depressed or if you have suicidal thoughts or something like this, is you're in this kind of bubble where you can't see the way out. You're in this tunnel and it's very dark. And also, if you are following that from the side, you see that, okay, this person is not doing well. This person is self-destructive, passively or actively, or not, like making poor choices from the outside. Look, but when you're in that state, you're trying to help yourself, but maybe not in the best way, So when it's dark, don't give up. And it's so easy to say, God, I know, it's so easy to say from the outside, but tomorrow is not the same as today. And what has happened in the past is not the same as what will happen in the future. We don't know the future, it hasn't been written yet. So if you have the energy, and I know energy is on the cards, you don't have a lot of that when you're feeling bad, but if you have the energy, put the energy into finding a safe person who can help you, because the struggle doesn't need to be only yours, and your life can look totally different in 6 months, in 1 year. So don't give up, even though it feels like it's not ever going to get better, because you don't know that, and people want to help.
Yeah, no, I think hope and connection is a very good note to end on. Thank you so much, Johanna, and we'll speak real soon.
Thank you. Bye.
If you found this video useful, or are looking for more information, you can visit the Mieli website at mieli.fi or the Mental Health Europe website at mentalhealtheurope.org. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos on destigmatizing mental health and other topics.